with the new spring update, we actually got something super duper exciting. The tree planting festival now can be played, and the fact that it changes over the year is very exciting. So the premise is like, if you actually do them every year, they will actually change. Like the island itself will change, they will grow more trees, and they will have more animals in it. And in today's video, we will be looking at all the differences between all these years and see what will happen finally in year 4 when we actually completed all the reforestation, because they say that it actually changes into a different kind of festival, right? At the beginning, when we start the festival, in year 1, we start with only a few people who came to the festival, but eventually, as we go until year 2 and year 3, we will have more participants. The mayor said as the year continually goes by, the amount of land that we need to reforest is actually going to increase, right? So that is why we're going to need more man labor. But what's weird to me is that even though we see like in year 1 there's only this much of people, and then year 2 there's more, and year 3 finally everyone is starting to join us, even though it is set to be like that, when we arrive on the festival day itself, everyone is actually there. But I feel like it's part of like Stairway Games actually forgot to adjust the amount of people that actually attend the festival during the planting process itself. Yeah, we will only be able to see the first initial people that join us according to the years itself. So if you see right here, we actually enter the cavern because the access to the Purwo Woods is through the cavern itself. And then on the first year, we see only one boat, but in the second and third year, and also the fourth year later, I will tell you what will happen in the fourth year. Okay, so hang on to the video. Okay, so we can see that there's actually an increased amount of boats during the second and the third year. But not only that, if we see on the top left corner, whenever they leave the cavern into Purwo Woods, you can see like in year 1 there's only like this one owl and some eggs, like 3 eggs at the top. And then on year 2, you can actually see that the eggs already hatch into small owl babies, which is very cute. And on year 3, the babies is actually already fully grown. And later on year 4th, which is kind of saddening, like on year 4th, I see like less of the owls, like there's only 2 owls left. So it's kind of an indication like the other owls might be away or went on an adventure or start a life of their own. Either that or some of them died. I hope it's the first one and not the latter one, because the latter one seems so dark. And then as you arrive in Purwo Woods, on the very first year, you don't really see a lot of animals, just like orangutans at the bottom left corner. And then you can see also a tortoise at the left there on the land, but there's nothing much else. But on the second year, you can see like there are 2 monkeys on the cliff side, and then there's going to be monkeys again. Like the year 2 and year 3 entrance animation is the same. It's the same to each other, whereas in year 1 there's no monkey. But on year 4, we can see like there are like more monkeys playing around, and there's more turtles as well. And we can see like the monkeys around by the lake and the cliffside, which is nice to see. Like I love like the changes between this animation, you know, it really shows that the game is actually advancing. And then as you enter the Purwo Woods festival area, like the main hall area, like there's going to be animation as well, right? On the very first animation, like the first year animation, there's not a lot of people, since on the very first year we have the fewest amount of people who joined to do the tree planting festival, right? And in the animation, you can see like Pablo playing with an owl in year 1 in the animation. And then on year 2, there's more people, and since it's year 2, like you can see like the trees that we planted in year 1 has actually already grown and flourished into bigger trees, which is very interesting. And what I like about year 2 is that Pablo on the left corner there, instead of playing with an owl, he changes to playing with a koala. And you can see like koala by the arch in the entrance, like hanging around and sleeping, which is very cute. I really love the changes in the animations as well. But when it comes to the festival itself, like before you actually start the tree planting festival by talking to Mayor Connor, everything actually looks the same. Like there's everyone in the whole town there, which is not very, what is the word for it? Like there's no continuity, you know, from the very first part where we collect and gather in front of the forest to actually starting the festival itself. I hope that next time Stairway Games is actually gonna set it up so that the people that we can talk to in the festival is the same amount of people that actually come with us, because it makes so much more sense, right? And then next on year 3 for the animation, instead of like the owls and the koalas, we actually got the monkey now. Like we see Pablo playing with the monkey. And yeah, but I feel like instead of just like switching between the animals, I feel like it's better like if you have like all the animals that is previously there. So like there's like the owl and also the koala as well, and the monkey now on your tree. But they choose to just put the monkey in your tree, which is okay. But still, I wish I can see more animals. And this is the banger part. Like on year 4, you can actually see like some bunnies, and there's like a toucan by like the wood area at the right side. And yeah, it's very interesting to finally see more animals. And this time Pablo is back to play with some owls in the animation, which is very cute as well. But I really wish there's more differences though. I keep on saying that I really wish this, I really wish this. I feel like I'm asking too much from Stairway Games, but I know that we just want this game to be the best that we can, right? But just the fact itself that the festival changes over the years, it's already very, very nice, right? And then now we're back to the main event. There's actually no like extra events with the tree planting festival. The only thing you can do is like the planting of the trees itself. But maybe like once the game is fully released, they will add more to it, which is what I hope for. Yeah, you can actually do like the tree planting festival is divided into 3 stages. Like you clear the area from debris, and then on the second part you actually plow and till the land, and on the third part you actually plant the saplings on the soil, you know, which is very interesting. But the only difference that we have on year 1, 2, and 3 is that the area that we're gonna cover is gonna be so much larger, which year 1 is going to be the smallest, and then on year 3 is gonna be the biggest. And also what I noticed is during the clearing of the debris part, they actually like to hide like one object that we have to clear behind something or on something to hide it from us, so that we will have a harder time of trying to look for it, you know. But I don't know, maybe it's just me, or maybe you guys who are more observant is gonna be able to tell. So on the first year, like you can see like there's like actually like a lumber that you need to cut down like on the crater, you know, like on the smoky crater hidden there. Like as I was clearing everything out, I was so confused why I didn't move on or progress to the next stage. It's because I leave that one log on the crater. And on the second year, we can see like there's like this stump behind like this dry branches of tree that are dead, you know, like not tree, I mean like dry branches of like a bush. And then the same thing with year 3, but this time on year 3 it's not as camouflage as the other years, so I find it easier to find the one on year 3 rather than on year 1 and year 2. Something else that I find funny is that like the area is so large, but the one that is just working is us, you know. Like we can see like the other NPCs like chit-chatting, gossiping while we're doing all the hard work, which is, I mean, like, we're not gonna see them do animation of themselves planting, but, like, it's just like, do your work, do your part, girl. And I wish while we're doing this festival, we are able to converse with them as well, you know, and that will actually make the game much more interesting, right? And something that is funny that I noticed as well is that Charles can't stop sneezing during this tree planting festival. I think he has like, if I'm not mistaken, I talked to him before and he said that he actually has either pollen allergies or like dust allergies or allergies of some sorts. I think that is why throughout the festival, like he can't stop sneezing. Like he literally can't stop sneezing. After we actually finish the tree planting process itself, like the main event itself, they will show us an animation of everyone gathering the trash, cleaning, and doing all the activities. And this animation, which is very cute, and there's also differences in this animation as well. Yes, the amount of people increase and the area changes, but the one thing that stands out to me is like the animal that they highlight in the animation is different. In year 1, we have like a family of bunnies watching us work. On year 2, we have the koalas, and year 3, we have the monkey. So by the end of this video, I will show you a comparison, like an eagle eye view of all like the changes, like the how the trees are planted and the growth from year 1 until year 3 to year 4. I mean, year 3 and year 4 differences is that on year 4 all the trees is gonna be grown, right? And actually, if you are wondering what will happen in year 4, they actually changed the tree planting festival into Purwo Picnic Festival. Instead of like saying that we're back there to actually plant some trees, the mayor said that he is going to have an announcement, and when he made the announcement, he will say that the festival is now called the Purwo Picnic Festival. At first I was so excited, but then I was kind of let down, because the Purwo Picnic Festival is like just like sightseeing part of the game, you know, like it's just a festival where we walk around to talk to others, and yeah, just to look around, which is, I mean, it's okay, but I wish there's like an activity that we can do in Purwo Picnic Festival, or at least they can actually implement like lots of more differences that we can see, like the animals running around to sightsee, you know, in the Purwo Picnic Festival. But then I thought to myself as well, maybe the Purwo Picnic Festival starts in year 5, but when I played the game and, you know, like tried to actually change the year into year 5 of the tree planting festival, it's still the same. It's still the same animation. Everything from year 4, like the conversation, the dialogues, up to the animation, all is the same from year 4 to year 5. So what I hope is that this is just still like part of the early access, so in the full release we will still get like, you know, like the actual tree planting festival with the main event and activity and everything. That is what I hope for. But yeah, even though they actually tease us by saying in the devlog that in year 4 it's gonna change into a whole different other festival, I mean, technically it did, but it didn't, because only the name changed, and we don't have any activity there. Like we can't even plant some trees, you know, because it's over, right? Like the reforestation is over. So yeah, it just became like a sightseeing part of the festival. Like we can only go there to get the announcement and then leave back home, or maybe it's a good chance for us to actually talk to the other characters that we want to get close with or be friends with. And something that is also interesting is that during the year 4 animation, like when we gather in front of the forest and before we enter the cavern and everything, and the animation of the tree planting festival itself, is that we can see like we can see Emma. Like there's Emma there. Emma, if you don't know, Emma is the NPC who is in charge of the taco van that we can see near the school, which is very curious. Like we can see Emma in the animations, and like she coming us to the town, to the meeting of the town itself, but we cannot see Emma during the festival, you know, like when we are free to roam around, we cannot find Emma anywhere. We can only like see her like in the animations, which is kind of weird to me. Like maybe she's not fully Flash NPC yet, so that is why they don't do that to her. But yeah, I'm actually excited to know Emma more as well. And yeah, so that is all the differences between year 1 until year 4 of the tree planting festival. Is there any more differences that you actually noticed with this video, or if you actually already discovered the tree planting festival up to year 4 yourself? I really find this to be such a fun festival actually, but it's just low-key a little bit disappointing at at the end, you know, like I wanted to see something more, like maybe on the year 4, like we have like a firework festival in Purwo Woods or something, you know, but we're getting a picnic festival, but there's nothing we can do there. That is only the only thing that let me down. But yeah, at the end of the video, I will show you all the changes between year 1 and year 4, like eagle eye wise of the island itself, the woods itself. So yeah, that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to me, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any future content from me. See you and goodbye.